Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're going to cut right to the chase on a huge challenge in AI adoption, which is figuring out who you should actually be listening to.
Right.
This deep dive is all about identifying those trainers and speakers who can really blend the deep technical knowledge with, a practical business-focused strategy.
And that's the critical part
Right.
because businesses are, they're rightly eager to get into AI. They want the efficiency, the innovation,
Of course.
but our sources all point to the same problem. Most experts just can't seem to bridge that gap between the technical theory and an actual actionable business plan. And if you invest based on bad advice, well, that money disappears fast.
So our mission here is to define what real expertise actually looks like.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's dig into this dichotomy that the sources describe.
Mm.
It seems like there are two extremes, and frankly, neither one is very helpful.
Not at all.
You have extreme one, the technical expert, you know the type. Brilliant engineer, probably built the models themselves, but they get on stage and just overwhelm you.
Oh, absolutely. They drown the audience in jargon and these really abstract concepts. The focus is always on the how of the technology.
The algorithm, the architecture.
Yes. And while it's all technically accurate, it just doesn't connect. It fails to give business leaders anything they can actually use. You walk away knowing a lot about algorithms, but nothing about solving your company's problems.
Okay, but then
Yeah.
what about the other side of the coin? The really polished speaker. That's extreme too, right? The
Yeah.
eloquent speaker. They're amazing to listen to.
They are very captivating. They tell these inspiring stories, these high-level narratives about the future.
But there's no substance there.
That's the problem. They're selling the dream, but they don't have the blueprint. These talks almost never give you concrete steps to build a strategy or, and this is the big one, calculate a realistic return on investment.
And that's where the risk is.
It's a huge risk.
All right.
Organizations listen to this, they get inspired, and they launch these expensive pilot projects that go nowhere. All that investment for very little tangible benefit.
So this is where we really need to shift gears. If both of those extremes are traps, what should you, the listener, be looking for to avoid these mistakes? The sources talk about a new breed of speaker.
Yes, a new breed that sits in that crucial middle ground. We have to start demanding a more holistic approach.
What does that look like?
Well, it really breaks down into four key things.
Mm.
First, they have to be technically astute. They need a deep, genuine understanding of what AI can do, and just as importantly, what it can't do.
Its limitations, so no magic.
No magic. Second, they have to be eloquently communicative. They need that skill to translate the technical facts into clear, real-world business benefits.
And how do they connect that to the bottom line?
That's the third point, a holistic focus. Their whole presentation has to weave together the AI strategy, a solid business case, and a clear path to measurable ROI.
And what's the fourth piece?
The fourth is maybe the most critical today. They have to be an ethical navigator. You simply cannot adopt AI responsibly without tackling governance, privacy, and fairness head-on. Skipping that step is a massive organizational risk.
So it's really that combination, the technical depth with the strategic, financial, and ethical translation. That's the key.
It's absolutely essential.
Businesses have to get past being dazzled by a smooth talker or confused by a pure technician if they want their training investments to actually pay off.
At the end of the day, the takeaway is simple. Successful AI adoption means finding the people who can directly connect the technology to your strategic, financial, and ethical goals. Closing that communication gap, that's the difference between growth and just costly stagnation.
So here's something to think about.
Yeah.
We know effective AI adoption is a huge driver for economic growth. If your competitors are already seeking out this new breed of balanced expert, how long can your organization really afford to keep relying on either the confusing technician or the charismatic visionary?